If you can let me know how the levels are doing. I see that my mic is going red. This is FeatherFall Tabletop, and you're watching Curse of Strahd tonight. We're back, 2 weeks off. Here we are, session 16. We have some housekeeping that we need to go through. All links for these can be found below. First one's going to be Found Familiar Coffee. You can use code FeatherFall at checkout to get yourself 10% off your order. Again, those are some great people who are behind that company and doing a lot for the community, the tabletop role-playing community. And, you know, so support them, help us out, and it's all one big circle. The next one is Skull Splitter Dice. I just saw that they have subscription bags you can do now. So you can get weekly, every 2 weeks, or every month you can get a mystery bag. And they said on there they'll make sure you don't get the same one. They keep track of what you're getting. So you're getting some mystery bags of dice. It's like Christmas every week. So you can, down below, there's the link for Skull Splitter Dice. Use code FeatherFall at checkout to save yourself 10%. Here we are. Curse of Strahd, episode 16. This episode is titled Greetings from Baron Vargas Valakovich, who is the Burgermeister of Vallaki. He has some special greetings for the party today, and we'll see what comes from that. But before we get to the recap, let's talk about the special sponsor for this playthrough of Curse of Strahd. That would be Roll20 themselves, Roll20.net. This is how we roll. They have sponsored this module, and we thank them greatly for that. Yeah, this is how we roll, Roll20.net. So check them out for all your virtual tabletop needs. All right, recap. Session 15, you found yourself at the Vistani camp at Tesser Pool, having just gotten your readings from Madame Eva. She displayed some cards out there that were rather important to your destiny here in Barovia, and she laid those out, gave you some clues. I think we figured out most of them, but we'll see where that goes. You decided after mapping and where you got to go, you knew you had to go back to Vallaki, but you knew there was one of the artifacts was at the crossroads that you were previously at, so you had to backtrack a little. You went there, dug through desecrated grave after grave to get this tome of Strahd. It was not a good sight. But you did finally, after the sixth or seventh grave, you did get this tome of Strahd. Most of it was degraded beyond comprehension, and it was illegible. But you did get one section out of there that kind of talked about his struggles. And big spoiler alert here was he actually killed his brother because he was marrying the woman that he loved. So yeah, there we go. Then you went back to the Vistani camp, stayed the night again, enjoyed in some of the revelry there, shared some wine, shared some stories, and then you made it all the way northwest to Vallaki. And upon reaching Vallaki, you were greeted by the same guards there, but as soon as you got inside, the town bell started ringing, and crossbows and torches came out of the dark alleys, and you were quickly surrounded by, what looked like 20 town's guard. Quickly telling you that you had a special meeting with the Burgermeister here, and that's where we left off. So we'll pick up there. You are being escorted, and you should be able to see in. Well, let's switch over to the battle map so our viewers can see it as well. There we go.
Battle map.
You see that? Oh, look at that. Not battle map. I mean, I title it that so I know it's not the role-playing map, right? But this is the battle map. We see Vallaki. And you come in the gates over here, and you are being escorted over to here to the Baron Manor, which you've seen before. You've walked by it at least once or twice. And it is nighttime, it is dark, there are torches and crossbows pointed at you as you are marching down the street. And you come off that main road just past the stockyard, and you start heading down through the town square, and you do see some people, people in some stocks. That big wicker ring that was being built the day before has now been burnt, and there's just some ash and debris left there. You do see two of the people in the stocks are Blinsky, the toy maker, and you see Ismark the Lesser in stocks in the town square, and that would be right here. Any sort of lagging behind or stopping and looking is quickly pushed along by the town guard. You do see Blinsky is having a hard time kind of standing at this awkward angle because he's not the most athletic or fleet of foot, and he is having a hard time at this weird angle, and you can see him kind of knees shaking. Eyes straight down, did not make eye contact with you, but Ismark does see you. He keeps his mouth shut as you are walking by. He does not say anything. They push you down. You go down past the roundabout, and you make your way to what is a stately manor. You see plastered stone. There are scars on this where plaster has kind of fallen away from age and neglect. Drapes cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance doors. Waiting on the steps is a man. Let's give this handout to you. Show to players, show to everyone. You should be able to see that on stream as well. This is the Vallaki family, and you see this man standing there, same hand up in the air as you are approaching. You see two huge mastiffs at his side, seated very obediently, waiting for what would be some sort of order. And his wife is behind him, staring over his shoulder. And as you are being approaching,
we have guests. I'm so glad you made it back.
and he kind of looks and makes eye contact with all of you as you are being escorted up to the porch. So you are on this porch here. You should be able to see it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, bottom right.
Okay. All right. Let me get this guy here. This guy here. Yeah, if you can drag your tokens out there.
How many guards were there?
There's about 20.
Oh, easy.
Yeah. The 6 that were at the gates were awaiting your return. But the other patrols quickly made it through the streets upon the ringing of the town bell. And they came very quickly, almost as if they...
You're going to have to shift me because I'm somewhere in the black ether.
No.
Thank you.
I don't see you.
Did it not even bother? Of course.
Yeah,
Here, let me see if I can try again.
Pull out if we can pull out another one.
Roll 20 just wants to get the liar out of me. It's fine. There we go.
It's very 2020.
Okay. Yeah.
Roll 20.
Roll 20 is 2020 today. Okay. All right, back on track.
Yes. I will ask that you leave your weapons and shields here at the side and come in. We have some talking to do.
And the wife behind him turns around, opens the door, and heads back inside.
Okay.
So we weren't like handcuffed or anything. We were just
No.
escorted.
Nope.
Okay.
Just escorted.
We have to
Go ahead,
Drop.
Bull.
we have to drop all of our weapons. Like I've got at least 6 daggers. That's a lot.
Yes.
We just call it like we won't hurt you. You don't have to hurt us.
No. I think we are beyond that. Please. It's either this or you spend the night in the stocks. I'm sure you saw some of your friends.
They weren't our friends.
Well, I'm sure Blinsky would agree with that statement, but your friend Ismark may think different.
Are you telling me every client of yours is your friend? Because that is always Marquaz was a client.
Well, he seemed to care about your well-being. I think that would be friend enough.
They always fall in love. I can't help it.
And you?
And he looks at you, Tack. I assume you're in Irina
Yeah.
visage.
You, I've seen your face before.
Probably.
No. Definitely.
I would agree. Your man was quite taken with this visage.
You
Carried around little dolls.
are the reason Isaac is no more. I would imagine.
I'll pull his arm out of my backpack.
Yeah, you pull this big silver metal, like from the fingertips to the elbow sized. It's just like a huge piece of lead almost. It's very heavy. Charred marks around the exit port for some sort of flame that you didn't get to see in action.
Yes, that definitely was his. And I will cut through all the bullshit. That is why you are here, is because you took out my my right-hand man. But not all is lost. We can definitely
You carrying
salvage.
his members left hand.
We can salvage this situation if you would. Again, leave your weapons and shields here, and we can come inside and have a chat.
I'll toss the arm down.
It hits with a thud. Just some dust kind of pops up.
Oh, take out his rapier and stab it into the ground.
Yeah, I'll take out my sickle and just throw it down.
Okay. Yeah, he's pointing to an area next to the that front porch that he is standing on, and anybody who doesn't put it there, a guard will come up and put it there as well. But anybody who walks near that, you could just see the mastiff on that side is just eyeing you and coming back, watching your every move, being very vigilant.
I am resistant to disarm.
Is anybody keeping anything?
So, how big is a hand crossbow? It's a tiny little thing, right?
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah, it's probably going to be more, that long, probably from here to here. Probably that, at least that wide. It's more the fanning of the two bows, I would imagine, that takes up most of the space.
All right, I'll toss the hand crossbow onto the pile. I'll toss the light crossbow onto the pile. I'll toss my shield onto the pile.
Great.
I will unstrap the warhammer, but I will hesitate.
And
You do realize that stripping me of this is no different than stripping your priest of his vestments, of his cross.
Of course, your weapons have done as much damage as any words from the priest, I imagine. But all goes well, you'll get these back. No reason to worry.
I'll gently lay the warhammer on the pile, but I'm keeping the bolts and I'm keeping my small knife, both of which are packed away in my backpack.
Yeah, I would imagine you're like, is this a dagger, or is this like the small knife that comes in, like the explorer's
Small
pack
knife
or something?
that
Okay.
comes in, yeah.
Yeah, I'd imagine that's deep inside, so no check needs to be made for that one. If somebody is like Bull, if you wanted to keep a dagger, we might have to do some sleight of hands here. But
keep all of his daggers, but he's gonna leave Kane, the familiar, with all of our stuff.
Okay.
I think I just roll. Sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
I think I just roll my eyes and I look towards him and I just say, "Why would this go poorly? All is well."
Yes,
I go ahead
yes,
and
you've heard.
throw. It was Myrna doing it that broke him. He would have tried to have kept it. He saw Myrna disarmed. He's like, "Fuck's sake!" He's
Merrick
just gonna go
technically
ahead.
doesn't need a weapon to cause damage, so
Yeah, I'll throw the battle axe down. I'll throw the crossbow down. I will throw the short sword down, and super hesitate with the trident. Kind of take a look around at the rest of the party. Grit my teeth. Go ahead and add it.
Weapons? What's going on?
Great, it is so lovely to see you all cooperating. I should... Please, let's come inside and we will continue this conversation.
I'm gonna try and walk directly next to him as he's walking inside.
Yes, outside of the chill of this night. It would be much more pleasant inside.
I want to disarm, but try and keep one dagger.
What? What is one dagger gonna do?
I don't need it,
You don't...
but one of you idiots might.
I cast magic.
Oh, shit,
So
call it
you're-
out.
you're-
You
You're
did not call
speaking
it.
to the non-magic users clearly.
I can't help it. We're not all magic users.
Yeah, so give me a sleight of hand if you're keeping like a full dagger.
Sure.
I think that's fair. And could you see my roll in the Roll20 chat? I don't know if I have DM rolls hidden.
Your wisdom roll? Yeah, it was a
Okay.
15.
All right.
I rolled
Good.
a 24 on my
Alright.
sleight of hand.
There you go. Yeah, you beat his 15.
Oh, yes, please, follow me. Let's get out of this nip of the air and into my study.
And I want to try and flank him as close as possible, right alongside him, actually.
Okay. Yeah, so these dogs move with him. Maid, get out of there. These dogs move with him, and he goes down the hall and into his room. And he imagines you guys are all following. Before he did leave, you could see Lady Lydia Petrovna whisper in his ear, and she comes into this room to the left of down that hallway.
Yeah, once we're out of sight of all the guards, I'm going to discreetly pass that dagger over to Cass.
Okay.
How many guards come with us into the house?
None of them leave, but none of them come in with you.
I'm gonna say somebody better be watching our stuff.
Yeah, the guards are staying out there, and Kane, the familiar. What does your familiar look like again, Bull?
He's a weasel, so he's probably just like sitting on top of the warhammer, just, like,
Alright.
looking around.
Good. I like that. I like that image. Good. And is everybody going into the room?
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
try
mean,
and.
he wouldn't.
head-
I just moved him. He would have waited for everybody to come in and then kind of move all together. So if people are dragging behind, he would wait as well.
I'm gonna try and pet one of his dogs.
And as soon as your hand goes towards it, it just snarls.
So I'll just move it slower.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Oh, but I love animals.
Don't.
Are they mean?
Are they mean? They are trained.
To be mean?
They are trained. Please come in, have a sit. And you see in this room, there's chairs and couches. This seems to be his den. There's padded chairs and couches that line the walls. Very cozy in here, carpeted. The room reeks of pipe smoke, and mounted on the east wall is the head of an angry-looking brown bear.
kind of right underneath that mastiff there. Please have a seat. We do have things to talk about.
I'd be able to, as we're all kind of filtering into this den, cast my Crusader's Mantle.
Yeah, you can definitely try. Does that take...
It's just a verbal component from me,
Okay.
and an aura radiates out from me in 30 feet. And it affects friendly people only.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. I assume the aura is visible.
Ish. I mean, we never established it the last time I cast
Okay.
the spell, so...
All right.
I kind of imagined it more like anybody friendly to me kind of feels this
All right.
tingling on
Okay.
their skin.
I like that.
So,
All right. Yeah, as you guys are walking down the hall, you feel kind of that familiar tingle that you felt before. There might be a little sparkle to your skin, a la Twilight vampires, but you know what happened, and you know, sorry, you know what's going on. Please sit.
Is there a
This
chair that looks like his?
No, his is green, and not. And his chair in the corner that he is in seems a little bit more worn. Every other one seems like it doesn't get a whole lot of use, but it is of good quality and make, just not the same.
I'll sit over here and put my feet up on that table.
Ah, yeah, you are making yourself comfortable, aren't you? That is fine.
As you all get seated, this woman comes in.
Mr. Vargas, do you need anything, any food, tea?
And he turns to her.
No, dear, we will be fine. Stay just outside the door, just in case.
She pops her head back out.
Before we go too far, can I retcon that we did a perception check walking through that hallway? Because why are there a bunch of like bundles of sticks?
Yeah, I should say. So, ideally
Totally.
you would have came here before the the festival, the Blazing Sun Festival. So on the map there are a bunch of bundles of twigs that were to be headed out to the what? Hey, calm down. To be taken out to the town square as part of that big wreath that was being built. So those aren't there, but I will read the descriptions of this room. My bad for not doing that. I
And
apologize.
before she goes too far, can we have like a couple of finger sandwiches or something? We've been snacking all day.
Only if the Baron says it's okay, and he seems to say no.
And she makes her way back out. But in this entrance, you do see framed portraits that adorn the walls of this foyer, which features a wide staircase with sculpted railing, staircase going up to the north of this picture. A long carpeted hall attached to the foyer stretches almost the length of the mansion and has several doors leading away from it, including one at the far end. I will not read this part. The bundles of twigs are heaped against the wall. That's not there.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So
Good
that's
job not reading that.
yeah. Well, that's the joke. Is
I know.
Comedy 101, guys. So you do see several doors that head off into other directions, but you are taken immediately into this den room of his. That has, I would call them trophies. I mean, anybody putting a bear's head on the wall, they're probably proud of it. So there is the trophy there, and then the carpet itself is of bear skin. Okay.
First, I will get out my anger.
And he kind of holds up his hands, and you can see on his right hand, it is bandaged. As he was outside, he was doing most things with his left hand. But he pulls out and he kind of clasps his hands together in front of him.
You all seem to be the ones that took Izek away from me. Is that correct? Blinsky is not lying, is he?
And he kind of scans, waiting for somebody to chime in.
I'll look at Myrna.
I don't know
look
that
back
that's...
at Avi.
Back at you.
If you're asking who killed him, then yeah, we did. If you're asking whose fault that is, there's some room for contention there.
Well, I knew Isaac very well, and I knew he has his faults. And especially looking at you, and he's staring right at you, Tack. You were the biggest fault of his. I assume you saw his doll.
Many of them. Wasn't just one.
That is just the beginning. And he kind of chuckles a little bit.
He attacked our party, and then Belinsky actually dealt the killing blow.
Well, according to the fat man, you came to him with this proposition, and you killed Belinsky, and then left him to take care of the disposal.
Well,
Is that right?
I think he's confused. We came to him with the proposition of obtaining the monkey he had in his shop, and
Yes.
that is where maybe he got confused.
I appreciate the nobleness of your deeds. As I said, Isaac is not without fault, but he will be missed, for sure. So
You already have a couple lapdogs. Did you really need another?
well, they all work together to make sure that me and my family are safe and taken care of, and that Vallaki is everything here as well. That is important to me.
Oh, but it's not. You know it's not. The people know it's not.
Oh, you
You've got children in the stocks, my man.
is
Come on now.
Is this your real face?
Doesn't matter what my real face is.
Well, you are speaking very big. And you are making this...
What? Such a small girl? What are you trying to say here?
Well, she is making this negotiation much harder than it has to be. I brought you in... I could have killed you at the gates, but instead I brought you in...
that might have been a mistake.
You could have tried.
Well.
Because now the numbers are kind of against you at this juncture.
No.
You're negotiating from a position of weakness.
They are
My good
only
man.
a brief call away. All of those guards. And they can come in.
You're absolutely correct, but do you think that they would get here before we killed you?
Oh. We can certainly test that timing, but why would you do that? I am bringing you in to negotiate. I see
You've not negotiated at all. You've just complained so far. So if you've got a proposition, I suggest you get on with it. You've already detained me, and I've got things to do. So let's either determine that we've got a negotiation that we can come to agreements on, or let's come to blows. Let's just figure it out. You're wasting time.
Good. We will get down to it. That is what you say. He puts both of his hands on the heads of his mastiffs there. It's kind of like scratching behind their ear a little bit. I must say I do like the vinegar in your words. There's a place for that. For sure. But if you want your time in Vallaki to be longer lived and to be of peace, we can work together. And I have something very specific I need you all to do for me.
Oh, I see how it is.
And
You
what's
blame
in
us
it?
for murder, and then you want us to do favors for you.
Well, you took the person
We
who
took his
usually...
lapdog, and he's not capable of doing it on his own, so now he
Yeah.
needs someone else to do it. Let's
Like I
go ahead and
said,
get to it, my guy. What do you
are-
need? What do you want? You obviously can't get your own hands any
You
dirtier than
are
they already are.
perceptive.
So
you are perceptive. And that, again, I appreciate. should we get rid of any pleasantries and get right down to it?
I mean, we kind of skipped pleasantries when you escorted us here under armed guards. So
Well,
you got this weird thing
I
going
should-
on here where you're trying to play the good guy and the bad guy at the same time, and it's just really not working out in your favor. Come on, man. What do you want? What do you want?
should say and remind you all that you have killed 1, 2, 3 people.
What to remind you? We've killed 3 people. What makes you think we'll stop there?
Have we?
You have.
They have. I haven't.
have.
To be fair, to be fair.
He stands up,
I'll
Sitting
stand
next
up.
to me.
I'll stand up in reaction too.
and his dogs kind of get up and move, and he goes and he stands beneath the bear's head, and he kind of is, tugging at the gigantic teeth on this bear and just kind of looking at his prize. He moves over to the window to the north,
To the wall.
peers open the curtain, and looks out through there.
Well, we can turn this into a nitty-gritty battle of you versus my guards, and we see where that gets us. Or you can take the proposition that I am putting out in front of you and do something for all the citizens of Vallaki so that we can ensure that all is well and all remains well. I have enough smarts here to understand what I am up against. You have eliminated a presence of Strahd himself, who was seemingly had the coffin maker in his pocket. That I appreciate, and that is why you are not locked up in the stocks immediately, and we are having this conversation. So I do ask that we calm down just a little bit.
So spit out your proposition, and we
Yes.
will think about it. All of this dawdling is becoming a bit tiresome.
Yes.
Had sandwiches.
Will that calm you all down if we have some sandwiches?
I mean, are they people? Because we've had enough
No.
people meet around these parts.
I believe we have some fresh turkey.
Where are turkeys at? I have yet to see a turkey.
I have quite
Traveling
a...
all along the countryside here. Where are turkeys?
You don't know where to look. Do you want the sandwich?
I know where to look. Do you not know who I am?
Hey,
All right.
we'll take the sandwiches. Avi, you've cost us enough food in the past couple of days.
He turns to the door.
Carolyn, come in, please.
And you see that same woman come in.
Please, bring us some turkey sandwiches. And for this one,
And he points to you, Avi.
egg salad.
Perfect.
And she kind of bows her head and leaves and heads down.
Okay. I understand your stomachs are probably empty from the travel you've had. We will get you some sandwiches, and here's the proposition. Enough beating around the bush. There are 2 things happening in Vallaki right now that I need a set of eyes on. Now, this would have been Izik's job, but you took it upon yourself to rid him from me. So now I ask you to do this for me. I need you to find Stella. She was she was going to be the Baroness in waiting and was betrothed to my son. She has gone missing. I have good reason to believe that she is here in Vallaki. And the last report from Izik was that she was back home with Mother Vakta. Second has to do with Lady Vakta. Again, Isaac had it on good authority that she was starting some sort of cult here in Vallaki. Now, if you care about the well-being of Vallakians, like you say you do, and you want to keep all well here, I believe this would be a task that you are up for. I don't need you to kill anybody. I just need you to...
Make them not alive.
Well, spy. I need to know for sure that Stella is still around, and I need to know for sure that there is or is not a cult being started here under my watch here in Vallaki.
Well, I mean, can we ask a couple demands
Well,
in return?
I believe there's not.
So I got
much.
two.
You've already
it's two.
asked
Simple.
for sandwiches.
No, hold on. Shh. That's his. I don't want the sandwich. You can keep my sandwich if that gets me a demand. There's two. Number one, the Belinsky and Ismark. They can go ahead and come out of those stocks today, right now.
Well,
And number two, there's a monkey, Piccolo. Belinsky was in charge of the monkey. Now, I care deeply for all of the animals on this earth. I fear that he may be in trouble. If you could find the monkey, I'll just take care of it.
well, Blinsky will do his time in the stocks, but he will be released. He showed great remorse, and we are understanding that he did not kill Isaac, despite what you say. Well, have you seen Blinsky? But it is up to him if he wants to give you his monkey. His monkey was left, and it will be taken care of. That is not for me to decide. And as far as Ismark goes, why do you need him?
He's still on contract.
He is only in there because of you all. He was seen coming in with you, and therefore guilty by association, so I believe...
There is a flaw in your plan, Baron.
Please, tell me.
You see, we are all strangers in this land, and Ismark, while our client, is also our guide. If you release him into our care,
Yet you left without him. That is interesting.
he had already taken us back where we needed to go. It was an easy route to follow. We do not know where we are going from this point forward. And as I said, we are under contract.
Like I said, you take this job that I am offering, he follows with you.
And Belinsky. I mean,
Blinsky, being a denizen of Vallaki, has a little bit of time to pay.
but just think, if he gets hurt, who's gonna bring joy?
He
to
ratted
all
us
these-
out. He can stay exactly where he fucking is.
Well, but who's gonna bring joy to all these kids?
Bull.
It sounds weird,
Did you
but
see
he
the
makes
picture?
joy.
Did you see the...
I did, and I'm
Okay.
gonna pull out my Strahd doll.
Put that away. That is disgusting.
Not a fan.
No, not a fan.
Can I do an insight check on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because
I guess I have to roll. What is he? Is he lying?
Is it persuasion? Is it deception?
I rolled a 10. No, an insight on whether he loves Strahd or not, Robo. Come on.
Oh. He loves the puppet. What did you roll?
10.
Yeah. You can't really pick him up. He's very. You can tell like when things were getting kind of tense with Tack. His eyes started like pinching at the corners, and his mouth was pursing a little bit. But other than that, he doesn't really have a whole lot of emotion. So it's hard to pick anything out for sure. Sorry, I'm rolling for the first time. I'm actually using the Roll20 dice, and you can all see them. I don't like that.
You know, I think there's a setting you can go into that says
Yeah.
always whisper rolls.
I'm lazy. My dice are right there. I should just grab them. But yeah, so you can't really tell.
But I am not a fan of this Strahd. He brings in these spawn under the guise of night and blackmails the coffin maker to house them. And
Isn't that what you're doing to us? So,
no.
pot calling the kettle black? I mean,
I am
no.
I am asking for further protection of Vallaki.
Your interests to better yourself and keep your family safe is exactly what you said.
Not. It goes beyond that. It goes to all Vallakians. Besides,
But you first, and then them.
well, this town does not run without me and my family. But
I heard this same thing
It
from
could.
Strahd. I'm just gonna say that he says almost the exact same thing.
I am not immortal.
So, what
I
makes
am
you the
not.
lesser evil?
All is well. You see the joy that these.
Dude, have you been around town?
You should have
Have you,
been.
no. Have you been around town?
Yes.
You
and the
got guys
joy.
in stockades
Well.
for doing what?
Well,
That's actually a good question.
they break the law. They break the
What
rules.
law? Your law? That's not a real law.
Well. If they go with what I say and they enjoy themselves and they act as if all is
So
well.
that's exactly what Strahd says, man.
But I am not biting the necks and drinking the blood and taking
You
them
just
for my
you just
own.
put them in the streets for everybody else to do it. Because like in a point attack, like he said, you're just afraid to get your hands dirty.
You do not believe in punishment for a crime?
I believe in what Ismark would have done to us if he caught us. It sounds exactly like what you're saying Strahd would do.
No.
So how? Yes.
Strahd is the epitome of evil, and he has been a strain on all of Barovia, and we have been under my watchful eye. We have been safe here in Vallaki.
I want to
Well,
lean
you-
in a
you-
little bit,
Go ahead, Ray.
and I want to look him in the eye. I just want to say, is that why you say it? You're afraid. You want to save the town, so you're just going to go ahead and pretend and ignore everything. It's not about cowardice, it's about fear, isn't it?
Well, fear is a funny word. You have not seen the power of Strahd, have you?
I've seen enough.
Well, then you know quite well what I am getting at. I don't want him in my gates. I don't want him pressuring our coffin maker. That is all I am asking. And if he has some weird cult being started under Lady Vokta, I want it gone. I think we can all agree.
Why not use the town's guard? You have 20 of them sitting right outside.
True. Okay then. Do you want me to bring them in, and we will go put you in the stocks, and you will do your time, and then you will be exiled from Vallaki, and I will have my town guards go into Lady
Going
Vokta's
in any
house.
stocks. How do you-
Or you can do this little mission for me, and all will be well, and I will get the information, and you will be able to leave.
All you want is information.
That is all I want.
Ismark will be let go before we leave.
I believe I have said that. Yes, as soon as we are done here, as long as these terms are agreed upon, he will be released and back into your party.
What time is it?
It's late at night. It's probably midnight.
And so when we walk by the stocks, were there people like actively patrolling and guarding it, or were they just there in the open?
You know, like in your previous time here, there's usually some guards there, but because everybody was kind of around you, it was hard to tell. Everybody was kind of aimed on you and escorting you.
And kung fu fighting.
Everybody?
A question.
Yeah, go ahead, Ray.
Sorry, in character.
Oh, go ahead, Cass. Sorry.
Robo.
If they do attack us, what then?
Who is they?
'Cause-
My guards?
No, if we go ahead and look into this little disturbance, and they decide to retaliate.
I believe.
I know you said
I believe-
information is important.
You will do what you do best.
Understood. I go ahead and stand up, and I'll leave.
As you move to the door, as you start to open the door opens in front of you, and it's Caroline with a tray full of plates that kind of get.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We have turkey and egg salad, sandwiches for you all.
And she sets them down on the nearest table, and kind of scurries out, like goes back out front.
There are your sandwiches. Please eat.
Well, we'll grab two, and as he's eating one, he takes the other and just runs it down the side of the wall.
Why?
He says, we'll go ahead and get to the bottom of this cult, but
Yeah.
what
I have to ask,
what's in it?
are you a child?
Yes, kind of.
You want sandwiches, and then you deface my wall. I am struggling to understand this group in front of me. You have come into my city and murdered multiple people, and I have been nothing.
Nobody's murdered anybody.
I have been nothing
let's
but
change our word here.
accommodating, and you
We
disrespect me.
defended ourselves. Let's make sure we understand. Nobody murdered anybody. We defended ourselves.
Let's be truthful. We murdered several people.
Not in the city, though. I mean, that's
Oh,
out.
no. Well, I
that's
mean,
in the
Does
wild.
the coffin maker count as a
Coffin
murder if
maker,
he was betraying the Baron? Isn't that justice?
I think that's a favor, really.
the man was technically unarmed and capable of being turned over to the police or guards, whatever you
I
want to
also
call
have
them.
no idea why I just said that because I had nothing to do with that one.
So I mean,
In fact,
technically,
I'm pretty sure I had nothing to do with any of the murders that have happened in this city. Can I just point that out of okay.
I'm opting out.
you're guilty by association, though, because apparently that's a thing here.
Apparently.
Okay.
Tell you what,
Tell me
Baron,
about- Yes,
I'm
please.
going to take you up on your offer,
Good.
and I will extend my hand, and I'm going to take his visage as we shake hands,
Okay.
and then I'm going to say, just keep in mind that if we're cleaning Vallaki, I'm not stopping with the cult. You're starting something here, so I hope you're ready for where it ends.
His grip tenses on yours as you're shaking his hand.
One thing at a time.
Certainly.
You know, chance where we can find said Lady Wagner, or are we just walking around?
I would imagine she's at home.
I don't know where she lives, but
Well, that is why we are getting Ismark, remember?
oh, okay, yep, got it. I'm just gonna
can-
eat the rest of this sandwich.
I can point you in the right direction, of course. Anything else before you need to go?
I do have some questions.
Yes, please.
I will take one of the sandwiches, I will break it in half, and I will offer half to him.
It's he puts out his hand. No.
Questionable turkey meat.
No, it's like it's really
I
good.
believe it is considered
It's-
respectable to break bread if you are in an agreement. How can I trust you are an honorable man if you do not break bread
He-
with me?
He puts his hand back out and he'll take the other half. It's a really good turkey sandwich, like perfectly smoked.
All right. So,
Choice.
is this
Choice.
potential daughter-in-law of yours?
Yes.
Why would she run away? I mean, you seem to have a nice home. You seem to be respectable people.
Well, the baronet, my son Victor, is not the most approachable. And he was not really agreeing on the terms of this marriage. And pushed her away.
So it sounds to me as if the problem is not with the girl, it is with the boy.
Well,
It
in
sounds to me
order-
like she was being sent home and disregarded, so I do not see what the problem is.
not sent home, There is a level of concern for her. She has not been seen. And an agreement is an agreement, and that was being broken whether my son likes it or not. I am not asking you to bring her to me. I'm asking you to find out if she is still here within the walls, and to a more severe degree, still alive. That is
And
it.
what you are doing with that information?
Well, that will be taken care of. It depends on what information comes back. I am not absent-minded of the power that a Vokta name carries. So the joining of the two families is something that is unprecedented here. But if she is no longer here, then Plan B will have to be taken.
And what exactly is Plan B?
Well, I don't have one yet.
Mm,
They're
I
not.
feel like you should have one, especially
many
if your son is
options.
going to turn away his bride.
Well, I will deal with Victor.
While Myrna's talking, I want to cast Animal Friendship on the two dogs.
You son of a bitch.
So at second level, so it catches both dogs.
Let me see here.
It's a wisdom saving throw on their part.
Why? Why wouldn't they hyperlink me to freaking mastiffs? But why?
That'd be too easy.
Yeah. So now I gotta
It's
go.
in
over
the SRD. It's easy enough.
All right. Wisdom roll.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom
yeah.
save. Question: they don't have saves on the character sheet. Is it just you just roll the wisdom?
That's
typically.
right. Yep.
Unless they say
Yeah. No, they don't have any saves.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So both rolled 11s.
Yeah, no, they fail.
Okay.
So they are no longer hostile to me or anybody in my party.
Okay.
And so while he's talking with Myrna, I'm going
As-
to walk up.
As soon as you cast that, they go from their seated position down to laying, and they kind of cross their front paws and kind of lay their head down.
Yeah, I'm gonna approach one slowly and start petting it.
I thought I said no. But they seem to have some sort of affinity toward you.
I mean, I told you.
I'll walk and pet the other one.
It appears as if all the dogs under your control
Great.
are turning against you. Is not that a pity?
Well, they are dogs.
And so was Izek.
Again, I am fully aware of the flaws of Izek. That's why he did his job so well and is missed. Anything else? Any
You know,
other
anytime you've only got a hammer, every problem looks like a nail.
I will.
You said that Lady Vokta was potentially forming a cult. What is your evidence in this accusation?
Some people have gone missing. Some people have been seen entering her home late at night.
Are you telling me that you do not have people that go out for visits late at night? Seems a little unusual, don't you think?
Well,
And I am surprised that people going missing. Your first thought was not that pie seller. Considering her affinity for people.
People pies. Yeah, we.
tell me, who has a book club this late at night?
Avid readers.
When she was questioned, she said she's starting a book club.
Are you sure it is not poker?
I am sure. Again,
I really hope that it's a cult. I really hope that it's a cult, because if she's sowing rebellion, I think you're sending the wrong people to investigate problems.
So, if it is a cult that is in cahoots with your friend Strahd, you're okay with that?
Oh no, I'm happy to stop a cult, but if she's just starting a rebellion,
Well, that remains to be seen now, doesn't it?
suppose it does.
Are you going to stay with this face? I believe it might be more difficult for you to gain access to her home with this face.
He does, to be fair, he doesn't really do much. He sits back and watches us do it all, so it probably wouldn't be a big deal.
It's accurate, but it'd also be a lot easier to leave your house with your face.
That is true. That is
What
true.
What if we wore his face?
I took
I
his
would
face.
put his face and put it.
Sorry. Face Off. Great movie.
It was not in any way.
I will watch it
It's a John Woo film,
if
and
it is on TV.
I'll die on that hill that it is a great film.
I will watch it if it's on TV. Yeah. Let's get back on track here.
So, I assume we have an understanding, yes?
I'll eat my half of the sandwich and just nod.
And he'll take a bite.
If we are done
Out of
here,
curiosity, did Cass grab anything before Cass left?
When the plates came through, he grabbed a couple of egg sandwiches and left.
Okay. Did you head all the way out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cass is just like, okay, yeah, no,
Yep.
this guy is just gonna keep being an asshole. So
Yeah. You see Caroline out in that foyer, kind of dusting and just tidying up. Eventually, she does go up the stairs, and you see once you get outside, you do see Michael Caine sitting on the Warhammer. You do see guards are still there, posted. Baron says,
I think you should follow your friend and maybe get down to business.
to defeat the Hun. Sorry.
Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one thinking it. I'll nod. No, head out.
Hallway, and if the maid is not in the foyer like she was, she went upstairs. He's gonna go invisible and head towards where the lady of the house went. It was
Okay.
down the hall, I believe.
She's actually in the door across from you.
Oh well, then he will. Is it an open doorway or?
Love is an open door, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, he will
Sorry, we got
walk-
Disney show
walk
tunes.
in there.
So you can't walk through things. You have to open this door, yeah?
You said it was an open doorway. I thought we were talking.
Oh, no. Sorry. The door is closed. But you can see light coming out from underneath it. And you do hear, like, if you're up next to the door, you do hear some indistinct chatter. More than 2 or 3 people in there.
He'll open it up.
Okay. You see a table full of people. A chandelier of wrought iron fitted with wax candles hangs above a polished wooden dining table. Around the table are seated 8 women of various ages in comfortable high-backed chairs. They wear faded clothes, and they're all drinking tea and eating some of those same sandwiches that you were eating. And you see Lady Lydia at the head of the table. Well-dressed, very pleased. Kind of, from her face from the front porch to in here has changed. Holy shit, Cranky, another one. Gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much. Whew. I think you take that number 1 spot, don't you?
Yeah, he gets to upgrade his present to the number 1 present. Congratulations.
To the number 1 present.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Wear that Twitch badge with honor.
Yeah,
friend.
I love that. Thanks, Cranky, again. We appreciate it. Hype. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I'm flattered. Anyways, she does have a level of this pleasing smile on her face that wasn't necessarily on her face when she was standing behind her husband. She's kind of circling back and forth, and they're talking about like just trivial things like the decorations and doilies and some festival that they're trying to plan coming up. And as she sees the door open with nobody coming in, she does walk over and tries to close it. We'll keep our privacy. Are you sneaking in or are you heading out? Because she is heading for the door.
Just planning like some sort of festival, or
yeah,
it's innocuous enough.
Yeah, it's very just trivial things. It goes quickly from different kind of decorating tips to what kind of festival should we plan. It's the HGTV of Barovia.
He'll just stand there and let her shut the door,
okay,
like in its face, I guess.
Yeah, she comes in and kind of pulls it closed again, or actually has to push it closed. Anyways, that was odd. And she goes back to just, kind of gets over the shoulders of some of the people and starts, you can hear the chatter continue. What's everybody else doing? Did everybody kind of follow out? Okay.
I'm gonna wait.
Left.
I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
While petting his dog and be like, how do I get one of these dogs, man?
I have no idea.
I'll do whatever you need me to do if I can get one of these dogs.
I appreciate that.
Tack, are you still in there? Or did you leave?
Yeah, Tack's still there, and he's taken back on the form of Arena.
Okay. Yeah, so you do
my way out. I'm catching the conversation there. Once Avi starts talking about wanting the dogs, yeah, there's a sigh and a time to leave the room, kind of.
Okay. As you leave, he does say to you, Avi,
that one there, he is very trying. You I trust.
I'll train him for you if that's what you're asking.
Well, they are trained. They are showing some odd behavior this evening, but it is probably because they are tired.
I have that effect on a lot of people. I just battle of attrition.
Yes.
At this point, Bull, you see Caroline come back down and starts, back just nightly routines, kind of cleaning up. She does make her way down this hall and goes into this door.
We're still on mute. Yeah, he'll probably try and follow sneakily if he can.
All right, give me a stealth check.
That's gonna be an 18.
Oh yeah. She doesn't notice any footsteps behind her. She walks in And let's reveal. This looks like a servant's quarters. 4 simple beds, equal number of plain wooden trunks, and she begins to go through her nightly routine over at her bed, which is up in the top left corner, starting to, disrobe, get on her nightgown, and, take care of herself.
Seeing that she's disrobing, he's like, for a second, he's like, no, I should probably go check out this other room. And he goes down here and maybe looks in this room.
Where's that oof card at?
Yeah, give me the oof card, please. Good.
That's better. F is better, yeah.
Yeah. What the F? Yeah, so you come into this bottom room. What's everybody else doing now that I think everybody's kind of moved outside? You don't see Bull with you, but you are all out there. Guards are still around. And then we'll go to you.
Gathering up my weapons, and I'll probably gather his. I'm picturing that he's probably going to come out a window or something, knowing him, so I'm just preparing to have to leave.
All right. In this room, Bull, you see white sheets cover 2 plain wooden tables in the center of the room, neatly arranged. Atop one table is a complete set of polished silverware. The other table is covered with wicker baskets containing turnips and beets and other kind of hearty, rooty vegetables. You can tell this is kind of a prep room for the serving hall that was right next door where you saw Lady Lydia.
I think he's gonna take some like turnips or something.
Okay.
Whatever his like least favorite veggie option is, and just remembering that one of our party members is a vegetarian, he's gonna grab that.
Nice.
And then he's going.
But you're grabbing the one you hate the most.
Yes.
Well, I would say either beet or a turnip. You can decide.
Let's go turnips. I don't know if I've ever actually had turnip in real
Turnips
life.
aren't bad.
Let's go beets, 'cause I actually hate beets. I don't know what it is.
Well, I'll let you decide.
Turnips are good in lambs too, because they soak up a lot of the bitterness of the Guinness.
There you go.
Some beets, some kind of fleshy, like I think, and he'll try to meander upstairs, dodging anyone who's out in the hallway.
All is quiet here. Yeah, with your stealth check, you're good enough. You're going upstairs. Is that what you said?
What's down here? Is this on the first floor? Or is that upstairs?
Down at the bottom right-hand corner is there's another door heading into a room. First floor.
Yeah, I think he'd just check that out and then
Okay.
maybe try and slip out with whoever was the last person leaving.
Oops. Wrong button. What the heck is happening? Oh, you actually have to click the reveal area. Dang it. This room is a parlor. It contains a fine array of furnishings and draperies. Has kind of that an overall feminine touch. You can see it's less like where you were at with the Baron, kind of, the tobacco smell, musty, rich mahogany. This is quite the opposite.
Okay. Is there like a small pillow, perhaps, on a chair?
Yeah, each chair has a small, pillow, yay big.
Yeah, he's gonna grab one of those pillows and then march out the front door and rejoin the party.
Okay. Yeah, and I imagine you kind of slip in right behind Tack. And Avi. Avi was late leaving the Baron's room.
So was he like a no on the dog? Is that where?
Yeah, he was a no on the dog. Sorry.
As everyone's coming out, I've gone ahead and rearmed myself. My battle axe, my massive ass crossbow that I don't use ever. That I actually forgot I had until I had to look at my equipment real quick. I go ahead and tap Tack on the shoulder as he comes out, and just hand you the dagger, pommel first, and just kind of give a knowing nod.
I'll slide it back into my belt, and I actually leave all of the other weapons that I dropped right in the pile. I have weapons on my character sheet that I have never, ever used, ever.
Tired of carrying this.
Never
What are
will.
they?
It's a hand axe, a quarterstaff, a hand crossbow. I'll keep my daggers, but the rest of the stuff I'll just leave there.
I take.
Leave nothing behind.
Yeah, no, I take them. You never know what kind of horrible situation you're going to get into, so if Tack doesn't want to carry it, I will.
The guards, seeing you come out unescorted, assume that all went well, and they kind of like part and give you an exit path. They're still drawn with torches and crossbows, but giving you room to leave.
Impressive display back there, Tack.
I'm gonna kill him.
Good.
Somehow I don't doubt it.
Maybe not today. We have some other things to attend to first.
Maybe not tomorrow. All right.
Who knows how long we're going to be stuck here.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
That's all I was going to say. You're good.
We'll bring you back to the main map. You guys are down here. The town square is over here where Ismark and Blinsky were being held. What would you like to do? Where would you like to go?
I would like to go to the stocks.
Okay. As you do leave the front of the Baron's house, a few guards stay, but most of them follow you for a amount of distance, and then some of them branch off to the north, and then some of them follow you down south around that kind of cul-de-sac towards the southern bit of Vallaki. And then some of them, as you get to the town center, take up back to their original position.
Did all of them leave us then?
No, there's some kind of stationed around the town square. That would be their normal position, watching some of the criminals that have been in the stocks. Some of them went north and kind of dispersed back to their places, their watches.
Whomever is still kind of near us, I'm going to say. So the Baron said, let these two out and point to Belinsky and Ismark. Are they to come with us on whatever task he asked us to do?
Did you run away to the stockade while Bull was still in the house?
No, I think we're all outside now.
Okay.
No, yeah,
Bull came out. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Give me... You're going to have to... we can give you that one. And they point to Ismark. The other one still has time to serve.
Oh, no, we got him cleared for helping out.
That's not what we heard.
Oh, well, we're now in employ for the Baron.
We'll just take Ismark, and I'm going to stare down at Avi.
Blinsky hears your voices. Please.
What are you, Mario?
You don't want to leave.
It's a Blinsky.
Sorry, I'm trying to... There we go. That was it, right? It was a Mario / Christopher Walken. I can't get back into it. I'm sorry. So you're getting... please, don't...
Please,
sorry.
show me the pizza.
Why are you leaving me?
You ratted us out. You deserve to stay here.
You backstab, you
No.
must serve your time.
They twisted my arm. They got to me before I could get him buried. I'm
I'm gonna.
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna
okay. We have another. We have another arm. It's okay. We can go ahead and grab that one for you, and then you're good. So you
self-preservation.
can go ahead and stay here with that arm.
I'm gonna go in close where they're not around me and say, "I'll get you out. Just wait."
He whispers, thank you. I have to check on Piccolo.
Where is Piccolo?
Well, he's probably back at the shop, but
Can I have you? Is your shop unlocked? I'll go check on him while you're here, and I can think of a way to get you out.
my shop is locked. I don't have my keys on me. They were left inside.
So how are you gonna get back in?
I can't tell you that.
Man, you can trust us. If I'm not killing you right now for ratting us out, little thing you can do is just trust us. I'm checking on your damn monkey.
I imagine Rictavio has already been back and checked on him as he saw me being taken away. But there is a key next to the front door.
Is it in a height of rock?
And you see one of the guards goes over to Ismark and starts undoing the locks that are holding him. Open up the stock. Gets out, kind of rubbing his wrists and kind of shaking out his neck a little bit.
Why did you all leave without me? I thought we were in this together.
Wait, didn't we have this discussion? We told him we were leaving him. We told him it was better for him to stay and watch his sister while we were doing our short trip.
From what I remember, you were going to take care of Coffin Maker. No,
Yeah.
you were going to do the deeds
Of Belinsky.
But then I don't think there was ever a conversation like you were leaving Vallaki.
Oh, okay,
without
that.
him. It was just for the time being.
Okay,
At
I'm
least
like, I clearly remember having this discussion. that tiny little detail
Yeah,
about. Okay.
Anyways, we can talk about it later. It's probably best we move from here.
Ismark, you know where Lady Vakta is, right?
I don't think so. We can.
We can walk and talk.
Yeah, we can talk. Yeah, let's walk and talk. We can talk to Father Lucian. He would know.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Well,
So are you all moving away from the town center?
I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Sure.
I'm gonna go to Belinsky Games.
Blitzky Games.
Toys. That's
No.
Belinsky Games is a YouTube.
That's true. I was like, why does that sound so familiar?
The new Twitch stream. It's me playing the brand new game.
Sorry, sidetrack. What was the name? Noah's Arcade. That's what it was from.
Noah's
Wayne's World,
Arcade.
where the games are hip. So, Blinsky Games is... Yeah, you're pretty close to it. Blinsky Games is right here. So if you go take that road north from... And I imagine you would all go there naturally, as that is the easiest way to get to the main road, or you can go back through that cul-de-sac down at the bottom.
And as we pass, I'm gonna just say, "Hey, hold up one sec. I told Belinsky I'd check on his stuff for him, and I'm gonna look for his key."
All right. Yeah, sure enough, there is a key under a very suspecting rock next to the door. You pick up the rock, you see the key. Go inside. All is quiet.
Piccolo. Hello.
Couple seconds pass, no sound.
Can I do a perception check? See if
Is that a 1?
No. It's the same damn roll. It's a 13, though.
Oh, that's kind of like right in the middle. You don't know if you
Yeah.
succeeded or not. Yeah, as you're kind of like saying something twice, calling out twice, and nothing happens, you take another step in. It seems calm in there, pretty quiet. So no Piccolo.
Son of a bitch.
God, this fucking monkey, man.
I think Bull's gonna try to reverse pickpocket Cass and put the beats in his pocket.
All right. Yeah, give me a sleight of hand and give me probably what's your passive perception? I guess we should probably do that since.
My passive perception, ironically, is garbage. It's a 9.
All right. Yeah, beat a 9.
17.
Yeah. All right.
I kind of beat a 9, just a bit.
Yeah, you're able to lift the flap, drop in a bead or two. Bring the bead in.
It's gonna kind of saddle up next to Myrna and then come back visible.
Okay.
It's like, Myrna, you I think you grabbed my sword.
I did. I'll take it off my belt and hand that and all the daggers, actually, too.
I appreciate that. I'm just start putting them in the right spots.
Okay.
So in the store, are there the little... Was he feeding them dates or something?
Yeah.
Are there dates around?
There's a little like wax-lined bag that has some left in it.
I'll grab it.
Okay.
And then I'll put like 10 on the counter.
Okay.
I'll check in the morning.
Yeah, there's a handful in there. There's probably, half dozen or so dates left in the bag. Well, that Ismark addresses the party here. That was interesting. Can't say I've ever been locked away. Again, I didn't think you all... Well,
So cross it off your bucket list.
good. But, I mean, I didn't think you were all going to leave me like that. I thought you were just going to run an errand and we'd meet back up. As I said, I would like to go on this journey with you. Where did you go?
And we came back for you.
Yes, you did, and that I am grateful for.
We thought that you would perhaps... we thought that you would want to go ahead and stay and protect your family. As such, we left without you, and we knew that you would go ahead, and if we did try and ask, if we asked you to stay, you would go ahead and say, no, we need to come. And then we found out that we do actually need you to join us on this.
Why the change of heart? I mean, I'm seeing you all as the instrument of change here, and I want nothing more than to help. But it seemed there was a little pushback to that, and now seems to be different. What happened?
If I tell you, it might not happen. So all I'm going to say is that you are important to this too.
I will remain quiet and accept this invitation.
I will clap Ismark on the shoulder and just say, just think of it this way. Fate is on your side, my friend.
That's empowering. Well, what is the plan then? I know for a fact Irina is safe. Father Lucian has her stowed away nicely. I mean, otherwise she probably would have been in the stocks with me. When the Baron came calling, he was only able to find me.
So, And there's nobody around us, right, other than just us?
No, I imagine you guys are walking, and you're probably up at that main intersection, that main thoroughfare going through Vallaki, and you do see the Blue Water Inn towards on your right-hand side. I imagine you're kind of approaching that spot right there. Okay. And there are a few guards sprinkled out. They have dispersed. It's pretty late at night, so not a whole lot of people walking around. I would imagine it's getting to the point where, sleepy time is setting in, and maybe some DM, given exhaustion, might start to factor in. It is that late at night.
So, and I'm going to look at the rest of the group. We know that perhaps there's something we need to obtain while we are here. Do you suppose it would be smart to take care of it before we deal with this factor business?
Yes. Minimize the risk of any further complications.
The next question is, do we want to procure a room and at least get a few hours rest?
We could stay at the church again. I'm sure Father Lucian would not mind.
I'll look to everyone.
I'm not sure if we could get a room this late at the inn.
It's something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna straight. Oh, I'm pretty tired. We should just go somewhere real quick.
I mean, reasonably, if we were to go to Lady Vacta's house, I highly doubt we would be allowed entrance this late at night. So, I mean, it would behoove us to wait until the morning.
Fine.
I mean, still haven't answered what's the plan now. I mean, the immediate plan is finding a place to rest, but how did you get me out of the stocks? Listening to the Baron, he was not happy, and really wanted to have words with you all. I'm surprised we're here.
This Lady Wagner. Need to find out some information about her.
Okay, all right. What do we have to do?
Well, what we've been told to do is gather some information and find out whether she's starting a cult. What we are probably going to do is find out that she's starting a cult. And then kill everyone involved.
We also need to find out if her daughter's alive, but small bits.
Okay.
More importantly,
I'm
there is something hidden in the cities that we need to find. If we are really to be helping the people of Vallaki and Barovia, once and for all.
All right, again. I mean, he kind of, grabs his sword in almost an excitement of the task ahead. Yeah. How do you know there's something here? What? Again, it's been a day since I've seen you. You have new information.
We did a little digging, and
you talked to Madame Eva, didn't you?
perhaps. It is not important how we came up with the information. We know that there is something hidden in the city we need, and we need to go find information about Lady Vacta. But first, I suppose if we are all agreeing to it, we must go get some rest. Otherwise, we will be no good in the morning.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Yeah, I would say let's go to the church. Where it's familiar, where we've been there before. Do you remember the clue for here? I saw in the chat Ray was asking. Let's see.
I've got it in my notes.
Let's see.
Yes, we had the riddle itself, and then we got a bit of extra information for each one.
There's a town where all is not well. There you will find a house of corruption, and within a dark room full of still ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
The card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope.
Yeah, shit, that could have been the Burgermeister's attic.
If only one of us went invisible and searched the house.
Well, you know, coulda, woulda,
I
coulda,
don't,
right?
I don't feel like that's a place of corruption. I don't feel like that's a
Well,
place of
Tack
corruption.
would argue with you there, I think.
You could, I mean, you can make an argument either way.
Corrupt.
Right. From what you know, or the accusations being thrown at Lady Vakta, corruption. From what you know of the Burgermeister, corruption. I think you could come
Yes,
to a
okay,
conclusion
yeah.
for both.
We'll kill them all. Let Lathander sort them out.
I like that.
Suddenly, the whole party's just gone murder hobo because they've had enough of everyone being cryptic.
It could be Cranky's house, but we don't know for sure. So yeah, you are. I imagine you've made it a great deal through this main thoroughfare, kind of a block or two away from the church at this point.
Well, let's sleep on it, and then in the morning we can make a decision. I mean, is it best to do the stuff during the day when everybody can see, or?
I
We should
did
have asked,
say
but-
that a lot of people come and go at night at Lady Valkyrie's place.
Okay.
And we don't necessarily want to lead any spying eyes back to our base of operations of the church.
True. If we're gonna do this, it's best to do it all in one go.
Yeah, just burn the whole place down. I'll get rid of all the corruption.
I'm afraid outside of my sword, I probably won't be that much help.
Well, you need to be a lot of help,
Well,
actually.
You have my sword, and I will. I'm not afraid to use it. But
That's just fine. It's Mark.
But as far as sneaking around, I can't say that I'm not good at it. I just.
That's fine as Mark. Sodam will be welcome.
Why don't we just get some rest for the night?
Yes, finish this in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, and you approach the church.
Wait.
It is quiet. Go ahead.
Doesn't Tack not have to sleep?
I'm so sleepy.
Yes, get some sleep.
I don't
It's
need
like,
sleep. The rest
like
of
when
you.
parent goes, the kids go to bed, Tack's like, now it's Tack time, and you just sit there and you're like, yeah.
That's right.
I can play my video games.
Eating all the good snacks.
So true,
I have
man.
no idea what you're talking
Oh.
about.
Parenthood. So true. So you do make it to the church. You see that like the outbuilding where Father Lucian actually lives in has one small candlelight in it. The church itself is dark.
We should probably knock on the door, let him know we're here, and then figure out where to stay.
And he'll take the lead and just walk up there, knock on the door, kind of speed through this. Father Lucian does open and gives you access back to his office room that you guys were kind of staying in earlier. Enough pillows, blankets. There is a small couch in there for you, so you are able to kind of hold up for the night. Anything you guys want to talk about, or we can fast forward through the.
I'm going to hand Ismark Strahd's journal.
What is this?
I want it back in the morning.
Should I read this?
Might be useful for you. Entertaining, if nothing else.
And you found this out? Madame Eva give this to you?
Don't worry about where it came from. The smell of grave that's on it, too, probably should just be ignored.
Yes. Okay.
He opens it up, and as he's kind of like turning through it, and the spine cracks a little bit as it's now been out from its kind of hermetically sealed tomb. Some of the pages, as he's turning them, start to brittle and break away, but the ones that were legible are still there, and he goes into reading it. And every so often you can hear him kind of like comment a little bit under his breath on what he's reading and just kind of shaking his head. This explains so much. Not really talking to anybody, but just, just reacting to the text itself, reading some of the horrific things that Strahd went through to get into the position that he's in now. Well, this makes it clear. And Tack, I assume you're still up. What's everybody else doing as he's kind of reading through this?
I'm just gonna sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to bed.
All right.
I'll probably like try and build a bed out of like plants and stuff as I'm just like I'll cast plant growth and try and just build it up.
Druidcraft. Yeah, you're able to get enough of a good base.
Dude, plant growth's level 3. That ain't no druid
Are
craft.
You're going big time. Okay. All right. Yeah, you get a good bed of really leafy vines, so the leaves kind of overlap enough that you're not laying on a thick vine. It's more the leaf is cradling you.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay. So Cass, Cass, you said you were taking a...
I think I go ahead and sit down, immediately feel a sharp pain, stand back up, pull the beats that I haven't noticed yet out of my clothes / bag. I look, I kind of give an eye to the party, shrug, and like an apple, I just bite straight into it.
Nice. You get a little red juice kind of coming down. It looks it's on theme. Yeah, but they're the peak of ripeness in this beet. So as far as a raw beet goes, it's pretty good.
Beet ripeness. All right.
It's a thing.
Yeah, I go ahead and kind of just chowed out on that real quick. A little confused. And then, yeah, I keep myself up for a little while, just probably sharpening some weapons.
Okay.
I'm there if people want to talk, but if people don't want to talk, I'll go to bed. That's basically where I'm at.
All right. So Avi, Myrna, Cass is eating his beet. Bull, what are you doing?
I think Bull would maybe be trying to further the musical lessons with Irina.
The real Irina is not actually here.
What? Because that's where the sacred bones were.
She's in the church.
Yeah,
she's in
she's
hiding.
not in this room. And if
She's not in this room.
I mean, you could ask Ismark if you'd want, but you don't. You see Irina as Irina.
Knowing Tech, he probably wouldn't want to learn the lessons or would not want to hang out with Bull, so Bull would just go in a corner and just, I guess, get into his trance.
Okay. Yeah, so Ismark does speak out loud here for those of you that are awake. Well, this explains so much as to why he is the way he is, the evil that he was able to conduct. And it further solidifies I'm going to say it, our job here now in ridding Barovia of this man. Thank you for this. And he'll kind of close it and hand it back to you, Tack.
I'll put it back in my backpack.
It's interesting about the wooden stakes. They don't kill him, but they hold him in place for a moment. I think we should probably find some.
Is enough to make, right?
Yeah, we can. I mean, there are enough trees. We can definitely take some time and carve them down, but I would hate to
I have
go.
some experience. I can get that done pretty quickly.
Good, good.
I've dealt with my fair share.
Well, we should probably get some sleep. And he kind of like curls into himself and gets comfortable. Anybody else
All right.
want to do some?
To sleep we go, I guess.
Yeah, so it's probably around 2 a.m. by the time you get all settled in and get to sleep. So you'll get the full rest, but that 6 a.m., 8 a.m. comes pretty early. After walking and doing, the negotiating and all that, it's kind of a draining on you all, I imagine. So that morning does come rather early. Ismark is up 7 or 8, kind of ready to go. He'll kind of tap people awake if they haven't moved. It's probably best to get an early start, everyone.
Probably.
Clear his throat if nobody's listening to him.
No, I'll get up. And I'll just leave the plants there.
Do we want to come up with like a plan for? Are we just scoping it out? Are we just marching right in?
What if we try to join the cult?
I think that's the first time we've actually had the same thought process.
Avi, I will remind you, you cornered her
Ernst or something?
Yeah, so you can imagine there was some information relayed to her. And Bull and Cass, you followed her two sons out of the inn that one night. So her house is more to the northern part of, I think they broke off here in Vallaki to the north when you guys followed them a little ways. I did speak to Father Lucian, and yeah, he did tell me where her manor is, and I think I have a pretty good idea. I can get us there. Again, I'm not the best at sneaking.
Make you invisible.
Oh, well, that'll be interesting. Another thing off my bucket list.
That's actually a good question. Ismark,
Yeah.
your sword, what's it made out of?
My sword. Crap, did I? Sorry, I closed his character sheet. I believe he's just got a regular long sword.
Sword.
Yeah, he has a well-crafted longsword, and he'll kind of pull it out and hold it in front of you. This one, it came from my father, but I do have this short sword as well.
I gotta take a look over it.
Why?
Nicely made. Unfortunately, whatever we might be running into, well, it may not be felt by steel alone. And I'm going to throw him the silver short sword.
Nice. And you can see as he'll sheath his long sword and pull out his short sword, so he's got kind of the side-by-side comparison. And you can see the difference in the make of the metal and the way some of the light reflects off of it. This is silver. Thank you. And he'll put it in its short sword sheath, and then kind of like stow his other one unsheathed on his belt. I better have two, I guess. Thank you. I will use this.
We have magic. You do not.
That is true. I just have this, and he kind of points to his heart. He's pretty cheesy, and the sword. But I think with all of us together, we should be able.
Well, hopefully with that blade, you'll be able to keep this inside of your body.
Let's hope. Let's hope. So what is the plan? Baron wants us to spy on Lady Voctor, figure out a cult, and then we move out of here.
There's something else that we need to grab, but I believe that's currently the plan.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready if everyone else is.
I'll wait for everybody to respond.
Yeah, no, I'm ready.
The two places that are possible houses of corruption, it's either the Wagner's or the Burgermeisters, and we're going to the Wagner's now, and I guess we'd have to report back to the Burgermeister when we're done, so yeah,
Either way, we're
Lady
fine.
Wagner's.
All right.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go break the cult.
Okay. As you are heading out of the church, good timing with Father Lucian coming out, and he just kind of gives you the wave and brief greetings. Weather has taken a turn. Where you were getting brief bits of sunlight coming in against that fog and creating a little bit of light. That's not here today. It's not as dark as it was when you went to sleep, but there still is a level of darkness that is present. It doesn't feel like daytime. There's this weird kind of surreal feeling like you're walking at night. And you make your way down. You see denizens getting ready for the day, getting their carts and everything kind of squared away to go to the center of town to sell their wares. People are, opening up shops and whatnot, and you're moving easterly on the main thoroughfare, and you get to the intersection, and Ismark, Father Lucian said it was just up this way. And he continues to take that route. Let's move everybody back. And he takes you to this house here. I believe that one is it. And he points to it. And you look at a house that seems to be disgusted with itself. I like that line that they wrote in here. This house seems disgusted with itself. Not like the Baron's house. It is very no care has been taken here. A slouching roof hangs heavy over furrowed gables. Moss-covered walls sag and bulge under the weight of the vegetation. As you study the house's sullen countenance, you hear the edifice actually groan. Only then do you realize the extent to which the house hates what it has become. So it is. It's not a good house. It is very not well cared for. You see, there's not really a front porch. It is very unassuming. Just one kind of entryway. The door is recessed a little bit, and I could actually take you there. I can take you there. I don't know if that's a real song, but it sounded like it could have been.
It's Call My Name.
That's it.
Take you there.
There you go. That's the one.
Yeah.
Outside of those lyrics, I know no more. So you should be here on this map with me, sharing it. Kind of give you some more of the surroundings here. So there is a little garden to the left of the house. To the right of the house, you see a kind of a concrete or stone wall with a kind of a hatch over it. And then you see the main entrance going into what would be the house. So what is the plan? We're just knocking on the door? I don't know that would be the best.
Well, I mean, if they're a cult, they want to try and get as much people as possible, right? So maybe that's our first route. If I know her like I do, she'll invite us right in for tea and strumpets.
But didn't... Sorry, I was overhearing one of your conversations. Didn't you have a run-in with her informant? I can't remember what his name was.
Ernst.
I mean, surely he...
Well, I mean, people have a changed mind, right?
I would imagine, yeah.
What's the harm? Does Cass make that in game?
Yeah. Yeah. That is an audible.
Avi, perhaps you should stay out of this one. Or at least, I don't know, didn't you try to transform into a dog when we got to Vallaki?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Could you perhaps maybe do the dog thing again?
Yeah, sure. I can transform. I'll transform into one of the mastiffs we saw. Without the battle armor, of course.
You wanna come with me and walk around the perimeter, Avi? You wanna be a good boy? Come on.
Don't do that. Yeah, I'll stay at Bull's, like his right side.
Okay, and are you guys going to the right of the house? Okay. Myrna, what would you like me to do?
Ooh. Myrna would have an answer. The player is taking a second to evaluate the situation.
Stumped you. While you think about it, Avi and Bull, you do, as you are moving along that side, there are a few windows. They are shuttered. You do see smoke coming from a chimney there in the middle of this manor. And as you get closer to that stone kind of barrier, you do see what looks like stairs that would go down. I mean, they are covered by a hatch, but you're assuming here.
Do people know who
Understand me?
his mark is in Vallaki?
He's been pretty... He doesn't know anything of Vallaki. So
Okay.
other than the brief association in time of you coming in with them, he's unknown.
Okay, sorry, Adam, go ahead.
Just one- Avi, can you understand like people talk while you're in animal form?
You're muted.
Yeah, I think I can, but I can't talk human back because I still understand common. I just can't.
You're doing a wild shape, is that
Yeah. It's been a while since I've actually wild shaped as a druid.
right?
Bull will point to the covered stairs and like, Avi, you think you can get down in there? I guess put one paw up for yes, two for no.
So yeah, I can't cast spells or speak or take any action that requires hands is limited to the capability of the beast. So yeah.
And what are you? You went as just a mastiff?
Yeah.
Okay. I can
Say
get
that again, while I was reading. Sorry.
Do you think you can sneak down in there, do one paw for yes, two for no? I guess it would be more like this.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
your intelligence modifier is -4, but your wisdom is +1. So
You retain your alignment. No, I retain my intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's polymorph that
Yes.
Yeah, if I know my critical role correctly, it's.
And you know what? I want to call out Cranky here. I feel attacked.
What?
Let me be fair. I do know my character. I literally never use wild shape for the
It's
actual
true.
wild shape function.
Yeah, I think this is the second time. Hey, you're
I feel
good.
attacked.
You're good. Let's
Just ignore chat.
kick him.
No, I'm just kidding.
Who's
yeah,
on the band
I'm
hammer
gonna-
tonight?
as he's like ridiculing me, I'm gonna step in front of him and like kick up a bunch of dirt,
Okay.
like dogs do. You know, they just
Yeah.
push their back legs.
After they do the number 2, they push. Gotcha. Okay. All right, I'm done with that one. Yeah, so as you are there, you see a slanted wooden cellar door with a slanted wooden cellar door with an iron pull ring and iron hinges stands against the foundation of the house. So my bad. There's not actually. It's not over the stairs itself. It's actually down in the well with 3 or 4 stairs going down. What's everybody else doing up front? Tack,
So Ismark
Mira?
asks what I want him to do. I'm gonna turn to Cass and Tack and say, all right, what are we thinking?
Well, I was thinking I could go ahead and disguise myself as some random person and just go ahead and sign up.
And if she's not actually running a cult?
Hmm. Then I'm not going to be very happy with the deception.
Oh, so Matty Games is raiding us with a party of 17. Thank you. Appreciate that one.
Hello.
Thanks for raiding.
Hello.
I'm going to give you a Hyper Tiger in the chat.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. It was an emote I got. So you get the Hyper Tiger. Thank you so much for joining us. Just a recap, they are on the front steps of Vakta House looking into possible cult activity and deciding how to enter this house. We have a party to the right that may go down the stairs, and we have a party at the front door. But I'll give it back to you.
So, Ernst knows what I look like. I was standing next to Avi when Ernst ran into him. I could always make myself scarce if need be, but I don't think he knows the two of you. And I'll kind of look at Ismark and kind of eye him in such a way like, maybe you, not entirely sure.
I don't think anybody knows me here other than the Baron and a few guards. I have not come across this.
It is unless people saw you while you were stuck in the stocks, but
That is true, but I don't think I saw anybody spying or anything.
Tech, what are you thinking? You muted?
He's
Yes, I am.
sighing quietly.
Yeah, sighing quietly to myself. No, I think we're overcomplicating this. We don't need to join a cult. We just need to express that we are uninterested in the way the Baron is currently running things. She is running a cult. Cool. That's kind of our end, though, I think. Instead of being like, hey, I hear you work for Strahd, and I kind of want in on that, I think we could do much more work with, hey, we really don't like the Burgermeister, and we hear you're the lady to talk to about change in the area.
I think you're right.
Let's lead with that, and if that doesn't get us anywhere, we can always switch to the other tactic.
Or kill him.
Or kill
All
him.
that matters is that we get into the house, because we have to confirm her daughter is still there.
And decide if, the other thing we're looking.
Exactly.
That too. All right. So me and Tack.
Sure. Yeah, works for me. I'll go knock on the door.
Hang back.
Okay. All right. Bull, Avi, what are you guys doing?
Do you want to try to go in the basement here? I mean, I wish we had some sort of communication system worked out. Can you, I guess, can you like jump up on me for yes, and I guess don't do that for no?
No. I'm just gonna shake my head. But I do want to do a perception check down the stairs, kind of smelling what I can smell, which pretty cool as a mastiff.
Smelling. You probably had an advantage on that, I would imagine.
It's a 20. I'm not gonna roll again. 20 plus 6, so 26.
All right. Are you like heading down and getting at the base of the wooden door, or are you staying up?
Yeah, and see if I can sniff underneath it.
Yeah. By the time like your rear end is like still hanging up, the stairs aren't very deep. There's only like 3 or 4, so you're kind of like on the stairs, sniffing down around, and you keep your intelligence, right? We determined that. Yeah. So you smell like a root cellar. It's there's a must. There's you don't personally smell like one, but you smell a root cellar.
Sure.
Kind of musty.
Every
now and then, like a cool air kind of wafts out from underneath, just in the movement of air.
Nothing like irregular hitting my nostrils.
No.
Okay. Okay. I'll just head back up and walk to the front door behind Tack and Cass.
You do see a good amount of like footprints and traffic. Like there is a trail that comes from the main road that goes right to there. So it is a well-used area. Just something to be aware of as well. Tack, you knock on the door, and opening it is a young woman. She opens it slightly. Yes. How can I help you?
I'd like to speak with the lady of the house. Is it all possible?
She is not taking visitors today, especially this early. What can I relay to her? What message might you have?
I'm gonna push by as like a wild dog just running straight in.
Oh, did you guys come back around?
Yeah.
She says she sees you. She sees this dog. I mean, it's very tight, so Tack would have to move a little bit as this dog, and she immediately like closes the door a little bit.
Yeah, no pets either. No. Again, what do you need? I've not heard of any meetings today.
This one's a stray.
Yeah, if it is with you, please have it step back. If it's a stray, go on, get. I mean, if you could help me get this dog off the porch, that would be great.
I'm just gonna start barking.
Just running circles around the house. Robo's saying go to Plan B, guys. Just burn it down. The first bit of pushback, you're like, fuck it, burn it down. I mean, you could tell me.
I'm going to suggest you go get the lady of the house, and she needs to make a wisdom save.
Does that mean you're doing a suggestion?
Yes.
Let's see, a wisdom save. They're really good at this, so I'm sure they'll pass. That's a 6. Does that beat it? I assume.
I'm afraid not.
She's of
they need
sound
a 15, sir.
Yes, I will go get Lady Vokta.
Probably, yeah, smart.
Yeah. So she goes through another door, and then she leaves. And now that she's gone, you can see behind her there is a door, and if you peek your head in there a little bit, you can see 2 doors off to the left and
If
right.
she left the door open, I step in.
Yeah, she left it open. It's kind of.
Oh, and I'm in too.
Okay. So you're
I'll
in the.
follow Tack and just stare at the dog and just. I feel like Cass knows it's him just by how irritating he's being. I feel like I know it's him.
You saw him
Yeah.
turn into a mastiff, so I mean, it's really not that far fetched.
Oh, did I see that? Oh fuck. Okay. I would have launched him if I'd have known that earlier. Just
So inside of this room, she did close the door behind her, so it's just the front door is left open. So Avi, get out
I
of
can't.
there.
No.
You see the door inside of there has each door in this room has stained glass in it in a wooden frame, so you can kind of get glimmers of light from behind it. Yeah. So are you staying in here, or are you are you waiting patiently?
Waiting here.
Okay.
I'm not trying to like, hey, just run all through their house.
So does she have to? When does suggestion end? Is it after
8.
she completes the task that was being suggested?
Let me just verify. Failed
is it
save.
like 8 hours or something?
Yeah, it's forever.
Okay. No. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration of 8 hours if necessary. If suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what it was asked to do.
And you asked her to go get Lady.
Yes.
You hear some stern voices and kind of raised voices and some shouting. So I'm trying to think. Go get Lady Wagner. So she would not stop the suggestion until she actually got her to the front door, I would imagine.
I'll go with that. Sure.
Okay.
Or at least, yeah. I mean, she'd probably argue with her about it.
Yeah.
She's not going to come to blows or like put herself in any kind of physical danger.
Right. After a few minutes and shouting that's very audible, you can hear it. She does open this door to come back in to that entry room. And you can see she has a red, palm-sized welt on her face. Again, Lady Wagner's not seeing anybody today.
She needs to make another wisdom save, and I'm just going to suggest she takes the day off then.
I guess I get to make that save. Let's do it again. They're really good at it. No, that's an 8.
Still not good enough for 15.
Yeah, so
I'm suggesting she takes the rest of the day off.
Yes, I'm feeling tired. I need to go take a nap, and she leaves. Leaving the door open a little bit this time. The door is ajar. And in through it, if I
look at Cass.
Yeah.
I gotta play it. Just let me go in.
I'll look to Tag and just say, you do the talking, I'll step in front of you if anything happens.
You see anybody looking through that cracked door. You do see a stairwell going up, and you see 2 doors, one to the left, one to the right. The one to the left is open a little bit. Casca straight up.
I'm going to open the front door on my way.
Okay.
And wave our companions in.
Okay.
And then move in. I want to listen at both of these side doors to see if I can hear anything before we go too much further in.
Yeah, you hear yelling again. And as one set of footsteps you can. Well, give me a perception check. Let's start there. I don't want to give you everything for free. You got to pay for some of that.
Sure. 17.
You hear some footsteps leaving that started strong and go and fade, and as they fade, you hear the same. There's a fading of a voice that is just chastising the woman that was at the door, and you hear that voice start to fade away, as in they're moving away from the door.
Which door was that?
That's to the left.
The side over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Cass, did you really go up the stairs?
Yeah, I wanted to cut off that choke point.
Okay. You are upstairs, and you see there is a landing with a window that looks out straight ahead. There's a door to the right, and I guess you could see this whole hallway as it is open. You see a couple other doors, set of double doors right next to the landing there. A couple doors behind. Another window that looks out behind you. Tack, anything else?
I'm just at this juncture. I'm kind of waiting for the rest of our people to come. See who else is coming, if anyone.
You hear some talking in that room to the left start to get a little louder as in they're getting closer to the door. And you hear a familiar voice, especially you, Avi, and Myrna, if you're close. You hear, what's his name? Why can't I remember it? Ernst. You hear Ernst and a voice, unbeknownst to you, the Ernst is asking, why would they be? Why are there people at the door? Why? And a lot of questions. And then, do you want me to go check? Holy cow, another raid. DMF Saint raiding with a party of 11. Appreciate that. Strahd hype. Yep, you know it. They are in the Wachter house. Trying to figure out what to do here. So you do hear some conversations happening in there.
I am going to waggle a finger and point in Myrna's direction, and she will hear Tack whisper in her ear. I think we're about to have problems.
Can I respond? Is this message?
It is message. You can respond.
All right. Are you able to get out safely?
Cass is upstairs.
I'm on the stairs. I'm not upstairs. I'm at the top of the stairs. I'm just cutting off the choke point.
Adjacent to the stairs.
Get him out.
And I will whisper to Cass as well via message. We should go.
Cass, give me a perception check as you're up there, and
oh, sweet. To make him detect a vampire, please. That's how it ends.
Your blood hunter senses are tingling.
That's how the house gets burned down.
This is how you get burnt houses.
I was gonna say I'm suddenly seeing flashbacks, getting deja vu. Perception was that?
Yeah, please.
That is a 17.
Awesome. Real quick here, Ashen Rabbit and DMF, thanks for the follows. Again, I should say this, we are pushing to 1,000 followers, so if you are in the chat tonight and you have not hit that follow button, we would greatly appreciate it. Looking to do a pretty big giveaway once we get to 1,000. We got a ways to go. We're at 742, so we're trying to get that hype train going. So the two of you, thank you for the follow. We much. Oh, and Lucha Bear. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Lucha Bear. The Lucha Bear. Sorry. Holy shit, Cranky again. Coming at you with those 5-tier gift subs. Dang it, man.
solidifying his spot at the top.
Yeah, he's taken that top spot. Thank you, Cranky. I'm a loss for words every time that happens.
Great.
You are no longer Cranky, but a great old mage. Cass, up at the top of the stairs, every now and then you hear some meowing. I'll let that sit there with you. Tack, as you're kind of listening at that door to the left, the door to the right of you opens up, and a woman comes out with a bowl of salad, a salad bowl. Excuse me, you are here to see Lady Wagner? And immediately, as that happens, the door that you are peeking at opens up, and you see Ernst standing there. David, go back to the kitchen. And that woman holding the salad bowl goes back in, and Ernst is standing there. What is the meaning of this? We told you nobody, Lady Wagner was not taking visitors today. I ask that you leave now.
Come on now, Ernst.
No, we know who you are. We know what you are about. We've seen you about town, and he kind of looks over your shoulder and looks at Avi specifically. We have had encounters.
I'm a dog. You don't know who Avi is around these parts.
Oh yeah, that's right. You are a dog. So yeah, he doesn't erase that. Lord of Chance, thank you for the follow. Again, we are not taking visitors today. We ask that you leave.
We're already here.
There's nothing that you could want that we would need to talk to you about.
It's not what you can do for me. It's what I can do for you.
And what could that possibly be?
Rumor has it you guys are not too excited about the Burgermeister's rule over...
Well, of course,
Vallaki.
nobody likes the Burgermeister.
We
but
might
what-
be in a position to help each other then.
Well,
I don't like it either.
Rumor has it you had a late night meeting with this Burgermeister, and that you came out of that unscathed. That's interesting. I'm sure the Lady Wagner would like to know that. Again, you're not telling me.
I'm not there.
You're not telling me how this could be of
I'll
help.
reach into my bag and pull out Issik's arm.
The mighty Isaac. I guess I should say thank you. But again, what is that
It
going?
just seems we might have some mutual interest here in seeing the Burgermeister removed. I've
Hey,
already started.
Lord of Chance, thank you for the sub, tier 1 sub. Thank you. He holds out his hand for the Isaac's arm. Let me see
I'll hand
this.
it to him.
Wait here, and if you wouldn't mind, wait in the entry there.
Sure. I'll back up to the entry. And then I will message Cass.
He leaves, and you hear that same conversation happening, another conversation happening in that room next to you.
Come down the stairs quickly. Back to the entrance room.
All right.
Right there.
Yep. I'll go ahead and take a few steps back and come on down to. I will kick Avi out of the way. And we'll go there.
Yes.
So
Close quarters
if
here.
anything hits anyone, it'll hit me first.
Myrna, as you're standing outside, you do see the curtains in that window next to you open up and crack a little bit, and you see a set of eyes peering out there, and then
I'll turn
quickly
and give a toothy grin.
quickly closes as you show your teeth. Ernst comes back in. Okay,
That's a rather dashing looking token.
Yeah, he's pretty good looking.
I must say.
I would imagine he's a little more weaselly than that token. I think that's the standard token for his NPC. But he's okay. Seems like Lady Vakta might have something to talk to you about. Please come in, have a seat at the table. She will be with you shortly.
We're so dead.
And he opens up that door all the way and let you guys in. I'll reveal that room. I swear, why is the reveal? It's giving me problems today.
It sure is the standard token for shady NPCs.
Yeah. Yeah, so he ushers you all in. Please have a seat here. And you see that woman that was peeking out is quickly running back to where is she going? She's going back up there. Let me open. I got to reveal some more for you.
I'm gonna legit as a mastiff just go and sit at one of the tables or the chairs.
So is everybody else coming in?
Yeah, once I see Tack and
Okay.
Cass being maneuvered, I would come in.
Bull would cast invisibility and then come into the room.
All right. So, Bull, you're invisible. Avi getting called out.
I feel attacked tonight.
I'll give you that little marker there, Bull. That's the invisible marker.
I will grab whoever is the closest as I'm walking past and just kind of go, there's a hell of a lot of meowing upstairs as I walk in with everyone.
So perhaps she likes cats. What's the problem with that?
Have you seen a single alive cat since we've been here?
No, but she could be the crazy cat lady. We had one growing up.
If they eat me, I'm letting you.
As you guys walk in that upper northern room, you see what is the makings of a parlor. 3 elegant couches surround an oval table made of black glass. All are set in front of a blazing hearth, above which hangs a portrait of a smirking nobleman sporting a broken nose and a tangle of hair graying at the temples. Several smaller portraits hang on the north wall. And in this lower room, this dining room, there's an ornate dining table, stretches the length of the room, a crystal chandelier hanging above it imperiously. The silverware is tarnished, the dishes chipped, yet all are still quite elegant. 8 chairs, their backs adorned with sculpted elk horns, surround the table. Arched windows made of lattice work of iron and glass look out into the small, fog-swept estate, with most of the curtains closed. And Ernst, please have a seat. We will wait for all of you to be seated. Please keep your dog off the table.
I'm just gonna bark really loud.
Remember, you are guests in this house. And Lady Vakta will be with you shortly. And he makes his way into this room to the north. This woman that was carrying the salad bowl comes back in, places it on the table, and quickly leaves. Doesn't say anything, and heads back in that direction. Anything you guys want to do while you're waiting?
Hey guys, I'm invisible, so I'm here. But
Are you doing this via message or something?
Yeah, how are you
Just
saying this?
saying this out loud.
I mean, none of their people are in the room, so I think you would just say it out loud. But very quietly, a little hushed. I guess maybe Cass is next to him, so hey Cass, I'm invisible over here, just pass it on.
All right, give me a sleight of hand. Would that be the appropriate as you are trying to whisper this?
I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Makes sense.
Damn, rolling in public is putting a cramp in my game.
14.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you tell everybody that you're hidden. Anybody else want to do anything?
My hand is resting on my weapon.
Okay.
And I'm just waiting. I'm taking a look around the room. Just taking note of what's in here. Apart from that, yeah, just waiting for her to respond, I guess.
Okay. That same woman comes out with now a bread basket with, kind of steaming loaves of bread coming out, places it, leaves. And as soon as she leaves, the door to the north opens. And she immediately comes and stands at the head of the table. So, you are the ones that brought this arm.
Yes, ma'am. Appreciate you taking the time to see us this morning.
Yes, and she's a very tall woman, very stately, she carries a great air about her as she's standing here, very calm, hands clasped in front of her. Well, have a seat and we will discuss over a meal. And she sits down in front of her, in the seat that's in front of her.
Yeah,
How did you come across this?
Across what?
Isaac's arm.
Well, I took it off his dead body.
At that, just the abrasiveness and quickness of that, you can see her chuckle. Yes. Isaac has been a thorn in my side for quite some time, so for that I should say thank you. Please have some bread. And she takes out one of the rolls, passes the bowl next to, I believe it would be to you, Tack.
Yeah.
Starts
I'll take it.
Starts to cut it open and puts a little dab of butter on there.
Yeah, take a loaf and pass the bowl.
Well, seems like you did something for me. But what brings you here other than telling me of the passing of Isaac?
Burgermeister thinks you're running some sort of cult, and he wants to know if your daughter's home.
Well, he's quite the Burgermeister, isn't he?
So are you running a cult?
Well, there have been more preposterous statements made, I am sure. But no, I am not running a cult. That is funny.
Is your daughter at least safe?
Yes, my daughter is here. Stella is just fine.
My condolences that the agreement did not go as planned. Also, to be fair, I think it is for the better of your daughter.
You can only hope for so much give and take in a circumstance like that, combining two powerful families in a small town. I think we have made our decision, and we will go a different way.
Thought it was the son's decision to. No offense intended, but the way the Burgermeister tells it is that his son has rebuked this offer against both the Burgermeister's will and yours.
Yes, Victor is an eccentric one. He did a number on Stella, and we can't say that is something we want to continue.
I am sorry.
Yes.
Do you mind explaining? What do you mean?
What do I mean? In regards to Stella?
Yes.
Well, she was set for the marriage, the courtship, and things did not go well. She came back a changed person. I don't know how much more I want to get into this with you.
I suppose all you could answer is, did he harm her?
Well, on the surface, I don't think so.
Two things.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
It seems Victor's demented view on life may have rubbed off on her, and that is not something that was in the original agreement and that we signed up for.
If anybody's looking at Myrna, you can see that there's lightning crackling around her nostrils. And I would like to pocket a roll.
Okay. Are you doing it slyly, or is it just out in the open?
I mean, there's probably enough bread in the basket that I'll probably just put one on my plate and then put one in my pocket and then pass the basket along.
She chuckles a little bit. She's very keen in seeing what's going on, and she sees you pocket one and just gives it a little like acknowledgement.
Well, again, let's get down to business. Why are you here? It can't be surely just to show me Izek, or the remains thereof. And it surely can't be that you care that much about my daughter.
I don't know her, so you're right on that front. But I really don't like the Burgermeister.
Well,
and the
I
talk
don't
of the town
think
would be that
anybody does.
you would be the person most likely to, I don't know, replace him if something untoward were to happen.
Where might you get that? Did the Burgermeister tell you this?
No. I mean, he's a lapdog for his wife.
Well, I think you have misread him. His wife is spineless. Wherever you have heard that I want to see the Burgermeister gone, you have heard correctly.
No, I was going to say I didn't hear that specifically. I'm under the impression that you would be, of all of the families in Vallaki that there are, yours might stand to gain the most should something untoward happen to the Burgermeister. Not that you would ever do something of your own in that way, but
Well,
there would be a power vacuum, as it were, and I get the opinion from around town that you would be the most suited to fill that vacuum.
you ask any one person on the streets and what they think of Burgermeister, they're going to tell you that they are sick of his games and sick of his all is well banter and the festivals. So I think there's a many number of people that would want to see that seat filled by somebody else.
Sorry, guys. It's a night of raids. We're getting another one from Dump Stat All Stars. I love the name. Thank you for the raid of 9. Truly appreciate it. I'll give our shameless plug while you guys are all raiding in. We are on a push to get to 1,000 followers. So if you like what you see in the time that you are here, if you hit that follow button, we'd truly appreciate it. Looking at doing a giveaway at the 1,000 mark. So help us get there. And hey, you are obliging. Thank you, Gunbait 101. Somebody, Elmer Fudd Games, Rebenit, and Body Sweat, Death Original, for the follows. That's quite a bit. We appreciate it. And Trollocs. Sorry, back to it. So, it is not a novel concept to come in here and ask me, a powerful woman in Vallaki, to what my idea of overthrowing the Burgermeister might be. You are not speaking anything new. The only thing that you do bring to me is Izik's arm, and knowing that his strongest ally is gone.
Here's the long and short of it. If you're going to end up running this town in the power vacuum, who is it that you care about?
Well,
People? Is it just your family? I mean, I don't want to oust one tyrant to just have another take its place.
if you want to do that bidding for me, I will surely allow that to happen and step into that role. I mean, you have seen the morale around Vallaki. You have seen the people in the stocks and the idiotic festivals that are taking place. None of that is increasing morale here. It is only hurting. So are you saying you want to rid Vallaki of its Burgermeister? Am I getting this right?
Sure. Sounds accurate. We just have to make sure that it's not an agent of Strahd we're going to be leaving to take over the power vacuum.
Strahd.
It's funny, you just said his name, and most people I know won't.
Well, I don't know why he needs to be brought into this. Surely Vallaki is far enough away and under its own protections that...
Nobody else we have ever met here has said his name so. So that makes you a unique individual, does it not?
That is interesting. What do they call him? Because surely they know who he is.
You must be joking.
They know. But there's some distaste around even the name for most local.
Well,
And what protections do you think are here?
you saw the walls as you came in. You
You and I
saw
both know the walls are
the
going to keep out
guards.
Strahd.
Well, I don't see Strahd here. I've never seen Strahd here. I have seen the negligence of this Baron that is creating a lack of morale.
You're right, he's terrible at his job.
He is. And I should say I would gladly take you up on this offer to rid Vallaki of him, so that we can get some competence in that seat. I mean, you are already halfway there with Izik being gone. Should it be a quick task?
Nothing's ever quick or easy around here.
That's not always true.
But still, I have to know. I have to be certain that you're not working for Strahd.
Well, I don't know a way to prove that one way or the other. How do you know
The Burgermeister is not working with Strahd. How do you know?
I mean, I plan on killing him anyway, so it doesn't really matter if he's working for Strahd or not.
Good. I do not know, other than I can tell you I surely am not. And I don't think he is either. I just think he is
I don't think he is at all.
He's wanting to obtain a level of joy that cannot be obtained in these times. I would rather have a practical set of circumstances put out that we can live and thrive without this idea of wearing a fake smile. Just to wear a fake smile.
Can I get an insight on her?
Yeah.
I just want to see if she's been being truthful for the most part. And that is a 13, which means if she's lying, she's probably a lot better at it than I am at detecting it.
Well, I rolled a 1.
Nice.
So, what a time to roll a 1, right? I think with that, that's a good place to stop.
Yeah, we're gonna stop here for the night. Great. Yeah.
Finding the outcome of this this fumble, this 1 that Lady Fiona Wagner has rolled on her check to your insight. So we'll come back and we'll pick up at this dinner table with Lady Fiona next time, as it is getting late here in the evening, and we have some time zones that need to be appreciated. So we are going to stop the stream there. I do want to say thank you to, let's throw out the big thanks to Cranky Old Mage for gifting those subs today. And thank you, Lord of Chance, for the sub. We appreciate it. If I missed another sub in there, know that it's truly appreciated. And anybody that followed, again, more appreciation to you. We are at 750 followers at this point, and we are pushing towards 1,000. So if you liked what you saw here, or you want to be notified when we go live again, which will be tomorrow night with our Star Wars 5e, hit that follow button, and you'll know when we go live. And we would totally appreciate having you in the audience. Again, please check out our sponsors down below: Found Familiar Coffee, Skull Splitter Dice. You can use code FeatherFall at checkout for saving yourself 10% on any order there.
You did forget.
Did I forget something?
Flesh Myth
yes.
subbed at the start.
Yes, Flesh subbed at the start
of the stream.
Started us off. So like I said, tomorrow night we'll be back with Star Wars 5e. Tuesday, coming back with our Call of Cthulhu, Beneath the Umbral Veil. Wednesday, Wild Mount.
Maybe person.
Yeah. And yeah, so that's the immediate future. You can always join our Discord down below, and we have our schedule down in there, and you can check us out and chat with us there. I don't have anything else. Did I miss anything?
We're gonna raid tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Streams.
Do I need to do that, or can you do that?
I got it.
You got it? Okay. All right. Yeah, so we're going to raid, so hang out. Let them know FeatherFall sent you, and we will we'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah, be sure to use the command that Robo Raygun put in there. Just let them know we're here. So,
all right.
Thanks, everybody.
We'll see you.